I don't know what the relationship is like with him. So I know in the ideas of helping with Mark Boucher behind, he would often come to me with some advice and say, listen, I think we need to go straight. The ball's not coming through. We said, get closer up. So I think he'll be able to give you assurance of what's going to be the best lines and then having batted on there for so long as well. So I think it'd be an important cog in the tactics tomorrow.
Tactics, right. South Africa. They won the first hour today. Breathtaking from North here with his pace. So not only the couple of wickets, but just the statement that was being made. How did they let that dissipate? Or were England too strong in coming back?
I think they were strong. I mean, obviously, the partnership, it had started to establish itself before the lunch break. I was on air before, and I was just calling for an over or two from North here before lunch. I expected it was definitely going to come after the lunch break, and that was why I was surprised with the tactics that they went. I mean, they're not just saying it was picked up the wicket, continue to go and get 100. But you just look at the situation and think, well, who's the most likely? We saw that I was on air for the first half an hour. It was such a brilliant bit of
That's a great player, and he's got
you should have said no cheating with the tablet. You can't say no, please. You won't like it.
And you thought, well, you've got to go back to that straight away after lunch. So I was surprised that we all were in the commentary box that Norkis took as long as he did to get back into the mix. I think it was like almost 2.5 hours between when he bowled his last.
You won't say you should watch Superchargers.
On in the partnership had put on 89 runs before he got this opportunity. So that's what I found surprising. That South Africa have it all to do now, so they're way behind, maybe 250 runs behind. It still looks like a decent, when I say decent surface, almost feels like it's starting today too. And it will turn a little bit, but I still think there's a potential to get themselves a score. The first target's got to be making them back again. Second target was to see how far ahead you can get and maybe create some pressure. But this team is well known for their character, so I'm expecting a fighting effort from them.
When Ben was saying there about the way it's nipped off the dry nature of the pitch and some have skidded, if that was the conditions that were presenting with you, would you go straighter? Would it be the split field straighter, or would you try to start more normal?
Yeah, I think it would start normal, but I think it would take too far with the condition of the ball. If it's really getting soft, then it's going to mean that the edges that we found, we saw a couple of examples of that today, where you find the edge and it drops short. So what's the real point if your motive is you're looking for the edge, but it's probably not going to carry. Then you need to go straight to field, try and target the stumps, and particularly at the fact that they are getting the ball to reverse swing. England will get it after 15 to 20 overs. I'm sure that ball will start to turn in. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to be the game plan, trying to get that ball to reverse. We haven't seen orthodox swing, have we? I mean, Jimmy is the king of swing, and we haven't seen him shape it up front. So it's got to be trying to get that ball into the reverse swing condition, and then also see what part he can play.
So he might have a big role. Rotating the seamers and let you big boys have a bit of time off.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a three-pronged attack. I mean, I don't know how much Ben Stokes will bowl. His knees a little bit sore. So they'll be looking to dictate terms of the seamers up front, and then he might have to go into that holding role. Two left-handers at the crease, so he's got footholds to work with up initially, and there's the right-handers to what part will he play.
All right, Phil. Thanks very much indeed. Lots to look forward to as we head into day 3 tomorrow. More of that in just a moment. Lots of other sport for you to enjoy and for me to let you know where you can watch it from. We've got golf, we've got F1, we've got football. We'll start with the FedEx Playoffs Tour Championship Day 2. That's now on Sky Sports Golf. Luton, Sheffield United tonight, 7:30 Sky Sports Football. And tomorrow, of course, we've got qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix. Race day on Sunday, but they are qualifying tomorrow at 2. Arsenal, Fulham, Sunday night football from the Premier League, 5 o'clock. Sky Sports Premier League. So we'll be back for day 3 tomorrow at 10:15. South Africa trailing by 241 runs. Can England push for victory? Can they level the series? But next here on Sky Sports 100, we'll take you down to Sophia Gardens. It's Welsh Fire, Northern Superchargers from the 100. We have seen 2 wonderful hundreds today.
And that's the 100! With this 100 for England to help them with a good lead. That's okay, I'm shaking.
Sports cricket is uniform.
spices on Swinging Cricket and Sky Sports.
Why do I use Alpecin in shampoo? Because it works for me.
Because it works for me.
Because it works for me. Why do I use Alpecin caffeine shampoo?
Because it works for me.
Alpecin caffeine shampoo. White for your hair.
Born Confident, the new Volkswagen T-Roc, also available as a cabriolet.
I'm back. Has anyone got a problem with that?
No, how are you?
It's Boss, not Joe, and I'm busy.
Here comes the approach. Oh, there's some lovely spin on that. And you can't argue with that for a delivery. No wonder they're celebrating back there. Because they're proud sponsors of the 100.
Yeah, we're back on Sky Sports 100, and of course some Test cricket lined up for you. It's been a fabulous day with Ben Stokes scoring that brilliant 100 in day 3 tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. Lots of 100 action lined up for you. London Spirit first up tomorrow against Oval Invincible, and right through to Wednesday, you've got all the 100 action with original stations on Oval Invincible. What is time for a special masterclass? Let's head over to Dominic Cork, who's with Darren Goff, and they're talking about the next generation fast bowlers for England.
On the back of the success of the 100 in 2021, 2022 couldn't have gone any better so far. With the overseas players being able to come to England post-COVID, also the women's game that has just gone from strength to strength. Larger audiences, record audiences, bigger forwards, bigger sixes, and it's been sensational so far. But we're not here to talk about batting. Two grumpy old fast bowlers, well, one at least fast bowler. Darren Goff joins me. Let's get straight into it, Goffy. Let's have a look at Izzy Wong and tell me what you think about Izzy Wong.
Well, very strong bowler, really like her action, really strong. If you look at Catherine Brunt, who's like the benchmark for all English women bowlers, she's the closest she'll get to it. Hits the crease hard. If anything, she probably jumps in a little bit too much if you're really going to break it down. But look, lovely approach. Got a nice speed to approach to the wicket. The bowling arm's in a great position. And I think that's pretty good, really. Yeah, if you're going to be hypercritical, you could say her head just drops a little bit. But overall, that's a pretty solid action, and you'd be happy with that.
So just stand up a little bit and she'll get a bit more pace.
Yeah, but again, she's one of the quickest bowlers out there. And the way she's come on in the last 12 months is absolutely fantastic. You're watching her last year, and now watching her playing for England in all formats, and starting in the 100. Fantastic.
Let's go on to Lauren Bell now, obviously a little bit taller than Izzy Wong, and a little bit of a different action this.
It is, and it's the falling away. Obviously, the ball, most of the time, has got to come back in. That's purely because her head falls, the weight of her head drags her over, and then the hand comes up and the ball has to come in. If she can just hold that front side a little bit more, it would be absolutely fantastic. She's a good bowler as it is, but if you were looking for perfection, you could just do with holding that front arm a little bit longer, make it stronger, and then the bowling arm doesn't go so far behind her head. But that's actually good there. It's here now. When you get into that position, it's pretty good, but she's just there. The head starts to fall away, and that's when it affects the bowling wrist, and then everything comes in to the right-hander or away from the left-hander. But again, another star performer.
Yeah, but we're looking at the next generation, and I picked out this one, Freya Kent, who is a 17-year-old Goffy. I mean, what would you do with this girl now?
Well, I think, again, a terrific talent at this age to be doing this. Making the ball go away from a top quality batter there. And what you could could do, the jump is pretty small, but again, if you can just hold that side, that front side a little bit more, but the rest of it's pretty good. Again, it's pretty solid and a very, very good talent. She'll only get better, she'll only get quicker. And again, I've been impressed with the time I saw her this year. I think she's a fantastic talent.
Also, Emily Arnott as well. I know we're not showing her, but she's another good talent. Let's just nip on to the men's side now. And somebody I know really well is George Scrimshaw, who obviously had his back injury. So you know all about them. Somebody who can bowl high 80s. What would you say to this man?
Well, I think what he can do, I've been very impressed with him, whether he's been playing for Derby or whether he's been playing here in the fantasy. He got hit the other night, didn't he? Because they played a good shot at him first ball, used his pace. But if you look at this action there, that is a great position. That is as good a position as you can be in. But if you come down and roll it on a little bit there, just hold again. Most of these bowlers, again, a good finishing position.
Yeah.
But if they can just hold that front arm, there's so many bowlers in the men and women's game who pull away too early or don't use it enough. If you're not going to get up there like probably me and you did, use the arm, make it stronger. Basketball guy did that.
Yeah.
Get that elbow, and pull it through. And it just makes you hold that front side a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
And you get so much more. And it brings everything else into play. Because my biggest thing is this bowling hand should never ever go past your eye line. I can still see that. If it goes past there, look what you just did body immediately. You take it off, and that's a long way to come back to get in line.
Mitchell Stanley is the next one, obviously, a man that's come from Worcester and is really impressed with the Manchester Originals.
Well, I think he's the quickest of the lot at the moment. What makes him probably, he's got that skip factor. He skips off the pitch. Again, he's got a nice approach. He's pretty strong. He gets through the crease. He's got a good follow through. And again, look here, he's got a nice little approach. See there, the only thing I talk about that ball, if I were him, if he can just be a little bit tighter, keep the ball closer to his eye line. But the rest of it's pretty solid. He's got half a yard to work on the crease there.
Yeah.
That's another miles per hour there.
And brace front leg, which is good as well. So a lot of things for him to work on as well.
Yeah, a lot of things for him to work on. But again, very impressed by him. Got pace, skids off the pitch, doesn't lose any wicket when he pitches it. He skids off the pitch so he gathers pace. Always hard to play.
Somebody who Michael Atherton really identified a few years ago, Tom Helm. I think he's got quicker.
Yeah, another one of those bowlers is tall, he's got potential, England's on England's radar, obviously, jumps out quite a lot, which is not ideal. He wants to be more, probably if he can run him straight and go in a straight line. You've seen the work a lot of bowlers do, bowling through the corners with the straight lines. But again, nice approach, love the rhythm, got a nice rhythmic approach. You can see the arm just drops a little bit further than you would like him to.
Yeah.
But he's got pace, he's got bounce, he's got a lot of things in his favour. And again, he doesn't surprise me when I see him taking wickets up down the country.
I think what Goffy's on about also is this left arm driving it down. That's what we both are a big believer in. From Helm, we're going to go to Brooks now, and somebody I think Goffy of all of them impressed me a couple of years ago.
Well, I wrote a report on this lad, England under-19s, 4 years ago, and I said, there's no doubt in my mind, but he's going to go on and have a successful career. Amazon-like, with very much height and his action at the crease.
Oh my
He can
word.
swing the ball away for someone to
Oh my
score.
word, that's
He's got pace, he's got a good score
unbelievable.
ball,
Flip it.
and I'll tell you what, he's got a desire to succeed.
Oh, that's out.
Really like him. He's had a couple of injuries last year. This year he's come back firing. Massive fan of him. Always have been since I first saw him on the circuit.
Wow.
And again, look at that approach. Nice and strong. Heads in a great solid position. And then he has that slightly open chest. Wrist position. Bowling hand great. Front arm just opens up a little bit like Armisen. Hard to judge on that pitch because that's a slow ball, so he's going to have that more of a bend in it anyway.
Yeah.
But a fantastic talent, good action, and I like it.
And that was 5 wickets in that game. Let's just go back and just do the three women's bowlers again from a Hawkeye view. And this is from front on. Got me. Again, this is Izzy Wong. Slightly jumping in a little bit. Angled run.
Yeah, jumping in angled run, jumps in a little bit and finds it hard to get off. But there you can see that open chest. Everything's going to come into the right-hander.
So stay taller.
Yeah, stay taller. And there we go. Just stay on that front side. See how that front side just goes away a little bit too early. But again, we're being hypercritical here. These are three very, very talented young bowlers. So I'm really pleased with them.
Three of the next women's generation, and maybe go on. Some of them have already gone on to play for England. just slightly falls away.
Yeah, slightly falls away. Again, the angle's going to get very hard for him to make the ball come back into the right-hander. Again, I like this lad. I like his pace. Look at that follow-through. Really, really good. And this one, for me, like I said, a huge fan of him. He's got a lot to go for.
Yeah, nice drive through
in all
as well.
formats. Yeah, in all formats, Corky. He's got potential in all formats.
Tom Helm slightly could be a bit more through the crease as well. But all four of them have got is pace. Mitchell Stanley is up at, 87? You can see Tom Helm at 85. You see Scrimshaw at 83 and Henry Brooks at 82. So,
Different types of pace. Like I said, he got a skinny pace to Stanley. Helm, I think, is very quick. Scrimshaw is absolutely, I think he's got a bit more to come there as well. I think there's a bit more from him. And Henry Brooks stays fit, potential. He'll be bowling 86 miles an hour in no time.
so I think Ian Goffey is saying so much talent on both the women's and the men's side, and so much to work with. Jealous that we're not working with them as coaches. Anyway, enough about that. Coming up after the break will be the live action.
Some lovely spin on that. Kazoo, proud sponsors of the 100.
There would be nothing, nothing without a woman on my side. Running a business can feel like climbing a mountain. You're messing with all kinds of zero accounting software to help keep your business finances running smoothly. So that climbing up that mountain will feel more like gliding down one. On a really cool ride, you can climb up. Zero with an helping business computer. What are you doing, sir? Automated. 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 Oh, come on. Deal with offer service. It's all automated.
I automatically look for ways to save on your car or home insurance.
It doesn't just sit back and relax.
Okay?
You can your car or home insurance today. Simple. Show the world what it means to be a fan at fanatics.co.uk. A collection of officially licensed fan gear. Fanatics.co.uk. Officially licensed everything.
The thing that's different about a Verbo holiday home, you always have the whole place to yourself. No stranger at the dinner table making things awkward, or in another room taking up space. It's just you and your pictures. Because why would you ever share your holiday home with someone you wouldn't share your holiday with?
It is a relentless division, always full of surprises, simply sensational.
And let's go. Oh my word. We're going to see that again after.
The EFL continues. Luton Town beat Sheffield United and then Sunderland beat Norwich City live only on Sky Sports.
They're making it look easy. Kazoo, proud sponsors of the 100.
More action coming your way this week. The 100 keeps coming. Spirit take on the Invincibles, double header tomorrow. Sunday the Phoenix take on the Originals. On Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, the Rockets take on the Fire. On Tuesday, the Spirit against the Phoenix. And Wednesday, the Originals against the Invincibles. Richard Kettleton and Tom Mungley are the on-field umpires. Crowd is building. Fatu Plessis will lead now the Northern Superchargers. 3 changes to his team. Even though at the top he said 1 change. Eduardo has gone back to the Caribbean to play in the CPL. Out, then Rainey, out. Pepper and Fox the home team can get off to some fireworks. Tom Banton back into the side. Joe Clark, who has struggled. 6 games, 6 losses. Look at the two teams. Superchargers led by Matthew Plessis and Willie Becker-Brook. Got some experience in David Visa and Abel Rashid and Wayne Parnell. Roland van der Mervel with his left arm spin. The Welsh Fire. All about that top 5 or 6. Can they get the home team off to a good start and give their bowlers Victoria, Ball and Payne, the spinners and Bodie, a chance? Welsh Fire were inside their first game a little bit earlier. If you're just joining us, a good win by Tammy Beaumont's team. Can the men follow suit? Use pitch here. We're all set to go. David Willie will be taking the new ball from the Cathedral Road end. Well, he won't. I just get the laugh when you go, well, I've got my arm back in. 2 Yorkshiremen. Good evening, Lydia Green.
Evening, Corky, evening, everyone. Talk about anticlimax. Frustrating for a fast bowler just about to deliver the ball.
Here we go. Yeah, good start. You know that with David Willie, he's going to run in, he's going to hit that back of the length, trying to hit the top of the bails, maybe get a little bit of swing, slip in place as well. You just feel that is this the night, Lydia, for the Welsh Fire to just get off to that start in this power play.
They went in.
Josh Cobb at the task, and he said they just really want to get some home wins for their home crowd.
I don't know it's right in.
This is a Clark. That's a couple that, yeah, feel for the Welsh crowd. They haven't had a huge amount to smile about here in Cardiff. Nice to see the women get off to a win today.
Hang on.
Tommy Beaumont's face when she was standing next to us, it was a biggest beaming smile. Hasn't been easy. Kept themselves in games at times and haven't been able just to get over the winning line.
They're just watching on.
It's like a wipe of the brow. Phew, done it.
Men will do the same and win it today.
Skip!
Nice.
SKIT!
Carty dropped the mark with his 2 from 3 balls. Watching a lot of Joe Clark, you just know that even in T20 cricket, he just comes at you first ball. You just see somebody who is just out of form at the moment. Not easy, we've all been there, it's not a nice place, but you just expect at some stage the fire to ignite him. Just take a side down.
Wow.
Just held on the sea.
That's the soft ball.
Yeah, it's a horrible place to be as a batter when you are out of form. Not against London Spirit in their most recent game. Couldn't get away, especially against spin. Just have to battle your way through it. There's no quick answer really.
Oh!
Long way down there.
Is it out
We're
now?
not interested.
I do think it was out there. Looking
First
at
set.
that.
2 from 5 deliveries. Looks like he's going to go again. David Willie. Have a look how far he was coming down as he made that initial move. I'd like to see more coming.
I think it was the
his hat on, what would you say to him?
Oh, it's tough, isn't it? Remember, as a player, you often just want the answer. You can talk to so many different people, and you want them to give you that magic answer. You never get it. It's just a case of battling through.
That was superb. And there was
Take
no
anything
better
at the
run.
moment, even the home crowd.
No
Come
better
on,
run
get
there, I
behind
think.
it.
And sometimes it might just be trying to do something really simple.
Or random. Just run at it and slog it. What about that?
Here comes Tom Banton. Here comes
Running again. That could be as
Tom
simple as
Banton.
right.
Tom
Just play straight.
Banton. That's the
And maybe
first ball.
not
That's
put too
Banton.
much pressure on yourself. The challenge you've got though is opening the batting. His role is to go after the bowlers.
Here comes Banton then.
Yeah, the pressure on Banton.
It is really.
That's his first delivery. David Willey will not give anything away here. You've either got to come at him, go across, or do something. He's happy at the moment. He's settled in. Last ball of the second set then. Again, so good. Out of the hits. Oh, miss.
He gets
Duplessis.
single
So
out.
quick. And it was a quick single from Banton.
It was.
Rid of another set. 4 from 10 balls.
Well, if there's one fielder
A
you
quick
probably
single goes to
try
the
to
out.
run into,
I
is
thought he
that
wasn't going to make it fast.
so quick across the ground, so
I
dynamic.
thought Banton wasn't going to make it.
Would have been close.
Ooh, oh.
Would have been out.
It's just the bails.
So quick, he knows. Seen him drop a couple in this 100. You don't see.
But that's
The oval, he put one down. So Wayne Parnell is the guy to replace Dwayne Bravo, experienced cricketer. So a couple of left armers for Clark and Banton. Similar fields, slip in place. 2 men out of the circle, square.
a nice.
All brilliant fielding. That is so good. Adam Hose definitely saved the boundary.
Stop, because he's tall as well. Adam Hose in the inner ring. To get down quickly, it hit so powerfully. With double hands like a football goalkeeper.
It's a little change now. Hosey was in like in the middle of extra cover and cover point has now come a little bit finer.
Here comes Banton again. A nice.
Over the top. And you see the intent
And now
from
walking goal.
Banton that he wants to come at Wayne
Yeah,
Parnell
single
and hit him
leg.
over mid-on or mid-off.
And I thought I was going to go for 4 then.
The
For
way
what
to go
Banton
here.
hit
Straight,
the
very
ball.
short.
So
Slightly
it's going to go for
overhit.
4.
Probably
Now,
what they're thinking.
how he
George Garson
hit the ball.
here. A couple of games ago, last through their top order.
So it's up.
That's a little ramp now.
A brilliant spell from Garson. In no time at all, Welsh Fire found themselves 3 down. Overhead conditions.
Wow.
Conducive to swing bowling, but a tougher pitch for batters. Huge wicket. Slowed it low.
I don't understand why Banton changed from that last shot. Went over, obviously wide mid-wicket. So short, straight.
And now.
Nearly carried. That nearly carried. Harry Brook, who's at extra cover. He just sent to two batsmen. You know when you look at these two, they're just not in nick at the moment. Completely out of form. They're trying to hit themselves into form. It's not easy. It's 100 balls. They've got to get on with it. They're 6 from 14 deliveries here. Chewing up balls. On 2 mid-on. Should this be one in? Another good over for the Superchargers. 7 from 15 balls. Gary Kirsten there, right at the front with the glasses on, it's a coach, experienced coach. Gilbert, who is at the back on the left. Strody, who's getting ready to bowl really well at Lords. Just flew in on the morning, really got his side. Winning time. Bowled well, came in at the end, needed a couple of big sixes, couldn't get it.
I'm going to be
Craig Wilder.
on Tuesday. Oh my word!
Jock gets it over mid-on Jock. Back of a lens.
It's so nice. It's gone.
Just searching for that one boundary, just to get him up
Yeah,
and
it was.
running.
I think he was because that was.
Over the top.
It was not far. It was not far away from being a 4-pack shot.
Another 2, got to run.
Shot
to run for everything now, Joe.
It wasn't far from being a 4-pack.
I think he's going to go for a boundary. That'll be worked away. Excellent from Alan Rashid. That's gone quick. Really fine. I think that's what you do here. Sophia Gardens is fine leg third man have to be finer because it's so short straight.
I thought it was almost a 4-pack was. That's what, yeah. Almost a 4-pack one. Oh, it's down!
Horribly out of form, Banton.
No, Tom Banks is going to 6.
From Miles.
And that's not for Perth back, the Welsh side would have put for they had 10 for 1 of 18 deliveries. Tom Banks is going to 6. That's a horrible ball that Banks
So first one to go for the Welsh side. That will bring
Ben,
to the crease.
Ben,
The ball that you would use to describe that at the moment for the Welsh fire.
It's out completely. See again. 10 for 1. 10 for 1 of 18 deliveries. Tom Banton went to 6. 10 for 1. It was then.
Just confidence. Banton and Clark at the moment do not look confident. The bowling just feel in complete control, even in this form of the game. Of course, the wicket's healthy because it's just sticking on the surface. You're right, it is the informed batter. You'd expect him to score a few more runs than he's done this season. Best of 65 from his 15 matches so far in his 100 career. Strike rate just under 140. Some just setting. It's not easy. Players just trying to get into a position. He's coming across. To point out on the boundary for Duckett.
And that's gonna go for 4. This 4 of the innings.
Nicely weighty as well as being a left-hander, you often get those
Then
early on
get
in your
4.
innings. This is the one trying to make some adjustments, but it's nice and late. Try to overhit
Then that was a good shot.
the actual pace.
And that's also the benefit of having left-hand, right-hand combination. The bowler's got to change his line. Straight to mid-wicket. So the end of another set. 14 from 20 deliveries.
An edge. Brilliant bit of bowling. What a grab in the deep.
What if there's a better way to buy your next car? Just visit Kazoo and pick up one you love from thousands. All our cars pass a 300-point inspection and are carefully reconditioned. You can either collect it from us or have it delivered to your door at a time that suits you. And every car comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you've got a whole week to make sure you love it. Can you buy a car that's guaranteed to leave you happy? Kazoo, yeah you can.
What an in-swinger. Completely popped up.
Beautiful in Wales, Cardiff. The rain this morning, thankfully, has got Banton out. 6 from 9 deliveries, final change of ends. Again, you can see that Clark makes an initial movement back, doesn't he? He's going deep in his crease.
Actually, wasn't Super Fire were doing
Yeah,
that. They are doing
trying
brilliant
to
moment,
load
but
that back leg
not
to
one
generate their weight
effect
forwards.
of
And all you want is a nice half volley to get you going.
Got to try and just hit it straight. Some ways, you know, it's a length delivery. I think at the moment his mind is scrambled. You know, I think he's just got to go back, like you say, play straight down the ground. Take the risk of hitting Parnell back over, mid-off, mid-on, Faf du Plessis, David Willey. Take that risk.
Why are you going to take that risk, though? Why would you take that risk? I mean,
That's the way, yes.
that's another ball.
Joe Clark. Get rid of all those demons in your head. Just look at the ball and hit it.
The pitch is there.
And that will just help
The pitch
relax
is
him. Just
there.
that nice
A
on the pitch.
kick in the crowd is ball.
And that feeling of
And that's a good ball for the Welsh Fire.
seeing the ball go to the boundary.
The Welsh Fire gets
A little bit of confidence.
80 for 1 of 23 deliveries.
Always got to remember his own mind.
I think you do, and that's
At least
gonna.
that, you know, it's got some intent about it. He's trying to get underneath it. He knows if he gets it over David Willey, it's 4.
I think it does.
Right, last ball of the power play. A little bit of a change, coverage come up. David Willey's gone back to long on.
Because it's not far.
Yeah,
And
that's a good shot as
then.
well. Excellent from Joe
Hold
Clark.
on.
Come at Wayne Parnell, got it over the
And
top.
then
And
to
the
number
second
5
boundary
then
of that set.
the Welsh
22
Fire
from
moves.
25 deliveries.
The Welsh Fire moves to 22 for 1. And
He's
now
got
it's a
to
good ball again.
pitch. Has opened up
The
this
end
offside.
of the power play. The end
Not enough of it.
to
The
the power
important
play.
thing for Joe Clark, 12 from 14.
Not the power play then.
That is the end of the power play.
This.
Two on the board. 5 balls. You're a shoot. Very interesting battle.
Who's that?
Adil Rashid, but on the surface should be effective. Killer. Adil Rashid. Another poor power play though for the Welsh Fire. They've had 17, 21, 22. They've really battled to take advantage of the first 25 of the Welsh
Oh,
Fire.
no, where is Pusha?
Yeah, it's been a struggle, hasn't it? We know what you want to see when you Welsh Fire. He's one of the best spinners in the world coming to the attack, Adil Rashid. Very good performer. Not probably had his most dominant year this year so far. It's a bit stop and start for Adil Rashid, but he's a superb performer. Lots of different deliveries.
In every match, he's picked up one wicket. Every single one of them is at least taken the one.
It's not bad, is it? Pretty consistent.
Consistent.
I'm not gonna get a single.
I think though maybe batters just sort of find a way to see him out more than anything else. They're not necessarily going to attack him, so they just sort of see him out.
It's an interesting one, isn't it, really? I mean, you've seen the pitch. It's hard to score on. It's hard to sweep on. And we know Ben Ducky, that's his big shots.
Yeah, but yeah, fine, come out.
So he's going to have to find a way to score off Adil Rashid. And I think the idea is to try and hit the gaps and runs twos. And normally you see the power game in a men's game between sixes and fours. And I'm not so sure this is the wicket to do it on. So I think we'll be looking at around that 135, 140 mark.
It's short. He's got away with that one. 20 balls gone. 26 on the ball.
Oh, perfect delivery. Goodness, crowd sponsors the 100. Look at us. Our lives are a hive of activity. So why does most health and life insurance just stand there, doing nothing, unless the worst happens?
Oh, this is my kind of speed.
Vitality is different. Our insurance doesn't just protect you, it also rewards you when you get active, with everything from weekly coffees to our Fresh Gym membership. And right now, you even get up to 2 months cashback on your premium.
Another beautiful delivery. Goodness, proud sponsors of the 100.
Batting lineup that has not gone well for the Welsh Fire. They struggled to take advantage of the power play. There's been times when you've seen Deploy, for example, he's put on some good performances with the bat, but it hasn't been much of a consistent performance from the batters. Now, David Vista, he's very experienced in these kind of format plays in franchise cricket all over the world. And he also probably not had the 100 he would have wanted with the ball. Last game he was very expensive. The Manchester Originals for 53 and he's 20.
To be fair, most bowlers were expensive in that game.
True.
I mean, Headingley, when it's like that in the play on the pitches they have for white ball cricket, it's been amazing ground to watch and play white ball cricket. And if you're a bowler, you can go around the park if you don't get it quite right. He probably bowled too wide, didn't he? To the bouncer there. I won't say he's the quickest bowler. But surprise there with the shorter ball. He's got it at the right height. Here it is. Real effort delivery there from Vita. Good eye. Well controlled by Clark.
Just trying to see if they can turn those ones into twos. You can see that they are running the first one hard, but again, as much as it is obviously their home ground, but at the ground you've got to get your angles right as a batter as well. Make sure where the pockets are, where the twos are.
You see, last year, you didn't really see these sort of games, did you? It was all about power hitting last year. We had very good pitches.
And that's so brilliant.
And as resulted in a wicket, Duplessis generally is very safe under the boot. But he has
And that's the second
moments
wicket
in the
for the
tournament where he
Superchargers. Welsh Fire Clark got
Catching
4
like a
each
crocodile.
on 70 delivery.
Yeah, it's a big wicket. Clark has real super runs, doesn't he, for the Welsh Fire. Again, trying trying to force it. It's not easy on
And
this
that's the
pitch.
second
It
wicket
looks
by
like
Boss
it's going to be a ones and twos
in the
kind of
Welsh
score.
Fires
There we go, we
innings.
had a little bit of
Second wicket
oh,
ball
he got
now.
the crocodile catch.
It was a
Well,
good
your
catch,
first thing you
it
do when
looked
you're
like it
coaching
was a
kids
good
is try and
catch.
stop them doing that broken finger material. It's a big wicket. 29 for 2, the Welsh Fire struggling off 34 balls.
Next, 29 on the board. 74 really bold. Not easy to come in on this wicket either at this stage because side away, obviously, you can score runs, but it's not a wicket that you just get going on. So, wickets will work in the favour of the Northern Superchargers. 50. Walks to the crease now. Decent strike rate. Not going to be striking at that on the surface.
Yeah, but a good cricketer that's been up down the order. I think they're trying him now at 4. Critchley, good cricketer. Strike rate 134. It's going to be easy all tonight.
And that.
He's been batting down at 7 and 8 through the tournament and the 3 games he played prior to this. So, something different for him tonight. 30 on the board, 35 gone.
And it was a good
There
catch.
we go, that slower ball into the pitch. Very difficult to hit. Vista tried to hit it to the leg side. Clarky and made it look hard, but it was a comfortable catch. Well, the skipper, Duplessis.
Never bowling ball to some pitcher, knowing the surface that is slow and moving to the surface. Very difficult to generate your own pace from there. See, there was no control of the shot from Clark. So far, the Superchargers will feel those sides up this wicket pretty quickly, and we're going to look at it during the women's game. And so far, they've executed well.
Oh.
And only just not by a long way.
It's not been fun, this, has it, for the batters today? This wicket,
I think
this pitch.
some
Pulled it into the wicket, the right thing, and hardly any bounce.
That's right.
There you go, look at that. I mean, how can you play your shots?
And that. Oh, wow. And that could have been the third wicket.
Tipped it round the post.
He's robbed
Good
it.
save.
He's robbed that
You could be a
ball.
footballer with those coloured boots on.
Fucking coloured boots on. What the
There
hell
you
are you
go,
on
into
about?
the pitch again. Slow,
You put
good
it
effort
wrong. Please.
from the skipper.
I thought he caught it. It's just.
I think we're going to see quite a bit more of that drive that's just off in the air on the slower surface.
I caught it. And now it's
Again,
going to
it's
be a single.
time around a shorter delivery, short of a length, pops up off the bat. Very difficult coming in and trying to find a way to score. Timing is going to take, it literally takes a bit of time to find your timing. They don't really have that because already 38 have gone and they've just got 52 on the board.
That is probably.
Really tough coming into the
Yeah,
back
that is true. We'll try to have just 2 wickets. So, I don't want to watch that. Oh,
That's nice.
and that will go.
Not trying so hard.
Oh.
Yeah, very good shot there from Ben Ducky. Difficult pitch to bat on. Short, a little bit of width.
Ben.
The fielder is up, Rashid.
Another boundary tonight.
There we go,
Another.
watch this, right up to the bat.
Another
Just
ball
right on
that
there.
goes
And just let
to
the
the
pace do
boundary.
the rest. Good shot from Ben Ducky.
It was. Ben didn't go right inside the crease. Oh, that's gonna be.
we have had some ridiculous weather, haven't we? Like this South Africa summer, isn't it? I mean, last year we saw a lot of close games on unbelievable pitches. We were all talking about how good the pitches were. What a credit. But this year it's been very difficult with the weather, the hot weather. The grounds where have been put under pressure. And it's been very difficult to keep producing these belters where you see the back dominate. But we're starting to see as the tournament goes on, except for headers, bowlers dominate.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. This is supposed to be going for 5. Oh, they're gonna rush again.
Good running. Very good
running.
Oh,
good.
He was a little bit slow coming back for the second. That was always coming back for the second.
What?
Actually, what you said earlier as well, it is good running this. This is what they're going to really need to do to get a decent total of the Welsh Fire. I think partnerships are key. On a wicket like this, you've got to create partnerships.
Celebration.
Again, that's the way I think they've worked it out now. It took a while, but the Welsh Fire, again, start out that power into it's going to be very difficult. Unless it's right underneath your eye line and full. There's going to be lots of twos. You're going to look for the twos.
I'm not going to, of course, be a single. They are 42. They are 42 runs.
23 was enough.
They are on 42 now. 42 balls.
Wonder what's in mind for the Welsh Fire. They may have to adjust that total. So they wanted to show them a batch first. That total may have already been adjusted.
I think it was. But that was,
We're going to look at their own bowling lineup as well. What they feel is enough to defend.
I think from here, if they get 120, I think they'll be pretty happy. Bowley lost 2 wickets. That gives them a little bit of help.
They're not doing badly at the moment for Welsh Fire.
For the Welsh Fire.
They're not doing badly at the moment. They have collected 44 points now, you could say. If they get like 100...
44 on the board, 45
if they get 125, that'd be a good target. Isn't that for the Welsh Fire? I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but it would be something for the Welsh Fire.
And his coaching team for the Welsh Fire get a win. The crowd are in though. The Welsh Fire might not be firing, but look at that for a crowd. They've come down and supported the Welsh Fire throughout this tournament. Always a good atmosphere here when you come and commentate and come and play. It's a nice evening as well. The sun's out.
It's gorgeous evening in Cardiff. Definitely. A nice...
Bank holiday weekend.
A nice...
People enjoying themselves. Nice little break.
A nice sunny evening to kick off the bank holiday weekend here in England. We get a bank holiday weekend here, and it's a nice sunny start. Up in the air! And that's caught!
Ben Christie was just feeling a little bit frustrated with the situation. Runs weren't coming for his team.
44 for 3 now. 44 for 3 now. And now the Welsh Fire have lost another wicket here.
Rashid firing a little bit quicker.
Rashid first off the night.
Can't get enough on it.
The Welsh Fire moved to 44 for 3 now. For 3.
Miller walks to the crease. He is not fired in this tournament.
He's not really.
He would have liked it with a chase they had against Birmingham Phoenix, where he really should have taken his team home a lot earlier on in the competition. Wasn't able to quite get the runs towards the back end of that chase. Played last year in the 100. There's a bad who will know David Miller very well.
I think I was talking off there, wasn't I, about some of the captains in this tournament. The thing is knowing your players, and I've had them come in and they're learning as they go along, even with Faf. Last year, if you remember, he didn't play with concussion. Miller coming in, and these guys are captaining sides where they don't really know the players, and they're kind of learning as they go along, and they're probably getting the hang of it now, but it's too late in the tournament to make a difference.
Yes, but a 44 for
Like
3.
like the Spirit, for example, they've got Owen Morgan as captain. He would know a lot of players.
Was they no?
International captain coming in who hasn't played the 100 before. It makes it tough. That's a very good point that you made off there. Captains learning players during this afternoon session. Both batting together wonderfully well in partnership. Even with the new ball, South Africa unable to make an impact.
Been hard work for the South African bowlers. Rabada picking up one easy stand out. Rokia 3 for 54. Moses Lee nothing for the spin bowlers. Couldn't break that partnership. Now he spins a bit.
So England's lead a healthy one, 157 ahead. Come out to this evening session. So 2 away from a century as England captain, and England looking to extend their lead even further. South Africa are well and truly up against it. So Stokes and Stokes fight on. The England captain's on the verge of his 12th Test century, his 4th against South Africa. He had that one at Old Trafford before, 176 against the West Indies 2 years ago. This would be his first 100 as England's captain. And Stokes now has his highest Test score in England. Plenty of reasons to be cheerful at tea. Well, there was a special guest in the Test match special box at tea today. Adnan was one of a number of boys to join Freddie Flintoff for a BBC documentary which taught a group of teenagers how to play cricket. He and his foster parents, Elaine and Barry, joined Ellie Ogilvy.
When I was in Afghanistan, I didn't work properly. And when I came to England,
45 runs on the board, 3 wickets down. That has been a bit of a struggle. Probably sums up the way this tournament has gone for them today. However, on this occasion, the pitch is not straightforward. David Vista back into the attack. Picked up a wicket already. Just the sort of bowler you would expect to bowl well on this type of surface, which is slow, low. He's very accurate. Ben Duckett seems to have got some handle on the bowling. 20 to his name to this point. He'll need to get another 40, I'm sure, to get some sort of total towards 130, 140, which on a low, slow pitch will be difficult to get.
This is waiting for this.
Yeah, you can see the tactics already, can't you, with Vita take pace off, cutters, make it easy for the batters. He's going to take the risk, go over the top. Faf is sitting deep now at extra cover. Pushed hard, pushed through the covers. This will be a long chase. Is it going to get stopped?
It was
Yes, called in. No, it's not. It's gone all the way.
and that's 50 of the 50 is now off for Welsh fire now.
Van der Merwe tried.
50 of the 50 is off for the Welsh
with his
fire
left
now.
arm,
They
and I think his
have
right
50
arm then
of
took it
today
over.
now.
You're right, a release of pressure.
And I
On
thought
top of the bounce,
he
pulled it
did
back in.
clear it, and then
Cleared
he
the
came
left,
to
couldn't
the
get the right
boundary
off.
then. He did try and clear the ball, but it did hit the boundary. 50. Oh, wow. Wow.
These bowlers as well. Got to be measured.
Oh.
I don't think they've used the short ball enough. So, just on this pitch, you can still go into the pitch with a slower ball.
Still keep the batters guessing, even though the vast majority of deliveries are going to be there or thereabouts. That slower ball bumper gets the batsman through the shot. There's a deep square in position, there's a fine leg in position, there's a deep mid-wicket in position.
There's not much Superchargers. End of number 5.
That's 55 balls gone, 52 runs on the board. Yeah, just got to try, haven't they? In some ways, what you're right. How can they get to that 130? 78 away, 45 balls. Partnership is important. Duckett is very important. He played well at Lords, and he was out to Dan Lawrence's last delivery. Well, Dan Lawrence, a little bit of off spin, occasional off spin. Was probably wrong. He bowled really well. So Miles back into the attack from the River Taff end. Back of a length. If anybody's wondering when we say here what a back of a length delivery looks like, that is it.
Good. Clean strike for 6. Great shot.
Slotted that. Who's the left side? Oh, it's wonderful.
Superb timing from folks. Swatting it so early. Just a set swat.
And again. Really busy. Second it down with when folks got his eye on that 100. That's what they're going to do here. They'll imagine that Stokes being dismissed might have some respite, but that's not the case at all. There's his favourite shot. 4 more to ball. And the lead 200.
Back in the East Coast from a few hours ago.
So again, Broad. Oh. Broadcast brings it. Miller's always that name where you have your team meetings, and he's the guy that comes up.
Welsh player has lost another wicket.
The boy comes in, very good player. Talented player, good strike of the ball. Another left-hander. Seems to be left-handers everywhere gone these days. Yeah, and I think it's important to note, you mentioned about into surface, but it's almost cutting the seam down, hitting the pitch as hard as you can. Sometimes they're going across seam, just looking to get a bit of variable bounce. And Miller's done that because he is totally frustrated with the surface. He's trying to hit on the walk, ball doesn't get anywhere. You can see the frustration in the body language. Looks like they'll be pushing for 2 here. Boy gets into his work, gets 2. Okay, keep your eye out on Lee's deploy. He's a good player. Comes in, wants to be aggressive.
55 for 4.
Even whatever situation he finds his team in. Look to go square of the wicket. Not frightened of going back over the bowler's head either. Cut away.
Bingo.
There, Dom, he's looking for squares. He's got to be careful on this surface. Not
56 for 4.
If you try your bit,
one more ball left of the
full of risk. You used to call it the Cardiff drag on. You've had a few of them, haven't you? Tripped away. Good field in down there. by David Visa.
Goal.
And that's 60 balls gone, 57 runs. Yeah, I understand
57
what
runs
you're saying
on the
about
ball for a
the
Welsh
boy
player.
being careful, but I
And
think
that's
that's the only way he
4
learns how to
wickets.
play. From the start, it felt like he was under pressure in this match, going out there and playing so well with Ben Stokes. That was an outstanding innings, but we know him as bowling well. I think today we also answered any lingering questions about playing fast bowling too.
That's the ball he wanted.
And that's the ball. Francis Ben
Through his hands,
was
that's it, and he was off.
doing his 100 against South Africa. A strong running proper wicket-keeper for England. 104.
Ball over tempter,
Oh,
and it's gone for it,
God.
and it's caught it slip.
It's called.
Well done by Maharaj. He's tossed that up, said, come on, have a drive. Robertson's obliged, and there's a real dolly of a catch to slip. England lose their 8th wicket.
Nicely flighted delivery. Good. Robinson into the drive outside that off stump. Comfortable catch, taken a slip. That's a relief. He's got one. Only Robinson played a good hand there though for England. 17 for 22 balls.
I think it's number 11. It appears he's had it up. Another win. Down the third man. No matter where the broadcast is concerned. 400 comes up. A milestone. England innings. Although they've had so far. Wow, chat. The reverse sweep. Well, I've never seen him play that before. Long swing was electric. Kept that under wraps.
Oh, the reverse heave. Kept good back on it.
Well, there's another wicket. That's 9 down. And there is a decision to declare. So Ben Stokes says, we've got enough. We want to have a bowl tonight at South Africa. What a day it has been for England with the bat.
Outstanding bowling from Maharaj. This one not gripping, beating Jack Leach on the outside edge. Stokes immediately kicked the fingers, ushers his team back inside. That's the end of England's innings, and well played Ben Stokes.
Career best for England's wicketkeeper.
England
Awarded for
has
wonderful
declared
knocks.
on 450 for 9 men.
But what a batting performance from England against some quality South African bowling. And even a 38 from Zach
Alex
Joy did not
Lee
go
got
unnoticed
4
for the
points
manner in
off
which
of
he
it,
played and what
23
England
points.
needed at that time
So
was
we've
partnership
got
with Ben Stokes. Stokes and Stokes to stand
So
out.
we've got 9
That
for the
partnership
vertical
of
point and
173 for 6 wickets. Now
103
for England.
for versus
That's
Princess
English.
for
Not quite so
134.
impressive for South Africa's bowlers in that innings. 3 wickets for Andrew
2
Norton,
wickets,
who picked the
1,
ball and was
3
expensive,
from Alpida,
conceding extra 2
2
runs.
from Mamad
2
and
wickets for the
Hamra.
spin of Maharaj and 1 for Harmer on a spinning wicket, less than they would have hoped for.
For England, well on top here. Fabulous effort with the bats and their lead, 264. They're going to have 9 overs as well tonight to have a bowl at South Africa in front of a pretty fervent Old Trafford crowd. James Anderson to open the bowling for England. The crowd already chanting his name. The opening batter fell to Anderson early in the first innings. That's behind Ben Stokes, who's just been stretching out after his mammoth innings with the bat. Here we go then. We get that line right. Jenny Anderson.
Oh, what's that? What is...
Anderson,
Oh,
joined by several thousand in the temporary stand.
that's of the hour. I always had my hour. Oh, it's missing.
Obviously going over the top.
That's missing.
South Africa captain, Pete Elgar, wants to try and lead from the front here.
Leaving it. Come in. Showed the two. They're trying to hustle. They play to the way that the Superchargers they've got the angles right of where their fielders are. They're not getting stuck to the boundary rope. They're deep enough back to stop the boundary, but close enough in to save the twos, and that's a skill in itself. Just getting those angles right up, as you can see out of the boundary there. And again, out the deep point. Really dragged on. That's the danger with trying to work it a bit square. Well, it's easy to captain this because set your field on the leg side, 4 fielders out on that leg side, round the wicket, creating the angle. So both of these left-handers going into the surface. The only way they can actually score is going over the top. Oh, he's got a bit lucky there. Between the legs.
End of number 5. For Welsh 5 moves to 6.
7
for 4.
67.
Well, if you leave the ball alone, that can be perilous. Is that turned back enough? I think they've already burned one review. They're not going to go upstairs on this occasion. Here we go. Let's take a look. Oh, no. Misses by quite a way. That was juicy. And that slides a bit as well. There's still some bounce out there on this pitch. Nicely worked away. That's going to run down to the boundary for 4. 2 full from Robinson, spraying onto the pads of Elgar.
Really the real strength in Elgar. The pads. He's so strong.
Worst pass slip. Leach is making things happen in this last over of the day.
That's the one that's the summer with the arm. And Elgar perhaps going for a little bit of turn. It's not the big turn of the ball. It was a bit of turn.
Here we go, last ball. Elgar survives. Terrific effort from the South African openers. They began with a deficit of 204. That's 241, but it has been England's day. And South Africa have got a lot more batting to do. How the game looks as it comes on day 2. South Africa, that Hawkeye first innings of 151, England applying 415 for 9. Folks and Stokes, both with centuries in that record-breaking partnership. Henrik Nortje, the pick for South African bowlers, ably supported by Keshav Maharaj and Mahisa Rabada. And then South Africa going in 264 behind. They chipped away at the deficit now, 23 off that, crucially, not losing a wicket. They'll go into day 3, 241 runs behind, but with all their second innings wickets in hand. So, big congratulations. 100 here, first 100 in a home test match, and finally you're getting a home summer. I mean, this is the icing on the cake, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling, obviously. I think, yeah, any 100 is very special, but I think to get one here, I guess you feel that support of the crowd, and yeah, it's an amazing feeling.
We've asked this of a lot of players this year, but how does it feel different in the England camp at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's just so positive. I've always loved playing for England, but it's very obvious how positive the vibe is and how much everyone backs each other. So I think it's a very positive environment to be in.
The partnership you put on with Stoke is a record-breaking one, highest 6-wicket partnership for England at Old Trafford. And you were the dominant party to start with before Ben Stokes got going. How did that sort of work out while you